Once upon a time, there used to live a man whose name was Abu Nasr Sayyad. Abu Nasr Sayyad narrates the story. He says he was extremely poor and he was looking for a job, looking for anything that can feed his family. So he goes to his sheikh, to his teacher, Ahmad bin Miskin, who was one of the Tabi'een, one of the generation that witnessed and were taught by Sahaba, by the companions of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So he goes to his sheikh and tells him, "Ya sheikh, I really need to feed my family." And he says, "Pray 2 rak'ah to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and go to the sea with this fishing net and catch fish." So he went to the sea and with his fishing net and he catches a huge fish. So he takes that fish, sells it in the market and buys 2 plates of food. And he presented those 2 plates in front of the sheikh and he said that he wants the sheikh to take one of the plates. Then the sheikh said a profound statement. He said, "O Abu Nasr Sayyad, had I helped you for the sake of getting any worldly benefit, the fish would have never come out. Allah would have never put barakah in my advice and in your day. Go and feed your family." Abu Nasr Sayyad takes the food to his family and on his way home he sees that a woman with her child. She's a widow and the son is an orphan. And they immediately look at the plates. And he says, "Wallahi, I forgot about the hunger of my family. I felt like paradise came down on earth, offering herself to anyone who is gonna feed that mom and her baby." So he gave them the food and goes home. But Shaitan starts working on him. He regrets what he did. And he is worried and he is concerned. How can I feed my family? How can I feed my family? Then somebody knocks on the door. "Where is Abu Nasr Sayyad? I borrowed money from your father 20 years ago. And I have been looking for him for a while. I heard that he has died. And you are the only son. Here is your money back." And he says immediately he became extremely rich. He goes to the family, he donates a lot of money for them and became one of the wealthy men of the city. And he says, "I started donating a lot of money to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But there was a little problem. I became a little bit overconfident. I had overconfidence in my good deeds and I felt that Allah will accept all my good deeds and I started showing off. And I cared about the quantity, not the quality of my charity. So one night he saw a dream that the day of judgment started. He saw people, creation, masses of people resurrected in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and angels were calling everyone, "Come and present your deeds in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Almighty." And it was his turn and he had some bad deeds. Then he was hopeful that he has tons of hasanat, tons of charity. So that charity was put in the side of good deeds, but it weighted nothing. Piles of hasanat were like piles of cotton, with no value, with no result. Why? Because they were mixed with some impure intentions, with insincerity, with showing off, with him trying to impress others with his sincerity. And he was disappointed. He was frustrated and the angel started asking, "Does he have anything remaining?" And then they bring the 2 plates that he donated to the woman and He is like, what are they going to do for me? But those two plates are put and then they do some motion. They balance out, but still he needs little more hasanat. And then the tears coming from the eyes of the woman and the smile of the face of the baby, they become physical objects that was put on the side of the good deeds. And the tears became a big pond, and from that pond a fish came out, and the fish was put on the side of the good deeds, and the angel told him that he made it. Then Abu Nasr Sayyad wakes up and says, had we done any of those deeds for any worldly benefit, the fish would have never come out. My dear brothers and sisters, from this story, we understand it very clearly that it is quality which is important, not the quantity. If we have sincerity in our heart and if we donate with whatever we have, then that will value much more than giving a lot in donation without sincerity, mixing with showing off or any other impure intentions. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us the ability to do good deeds only for His sake, with pure intention. That's for today. See you next time.